Okay, that was me playing a chromatic harmonica, a bit like a diatonic harmonica. And the reason is I just got this Easttop Forerunner 2 chromatic harmonica, and the difference with this chromatic harmonica is that it doesn't have any valves at all. So there's no problem like you get with normal chromatic harmonicas of sticking valves when they're a bit cold and your breath condenses on the valves and the note doesn't play. So this is a bit like a diatonic. You can just pick it up any sort of temperature and play it. It's got an ABS comb, a clear plastic ABS comb. It's got steel covers painted black and a metal mouthpiece there. I don't quite know what that is. One thing I couldn't find out is what sort of material they use for the reeds. All they say in the blurb, it's got two different size reeds, but the original Forerunner had phosphor bronze reeds, so this has probably got phosphor bronze reeds, or it might have brass reeds, I don't know. But it's a good sort of bridge between a diatonic and a chromatic, and I would say that if you're a diatonic player, this is probably the chromatic harmonica that you've been waiting for, because it's a bit like a diatonic in the way that it plays. I mean, it plays like a chromatic. You've got the slide there. The slide is okay, you know, it's fairly quiet. But the good thing about this, because it hasn't got any valves, is you can bend notes. So you can do that on a chromatic harmonica. So it's got possibilities, this. So if you want to get into chromatic playing, but you quite like the feel of a diatonic, then this is a good option. I mean, you've got good warbles, quite good chords, splits are okay, you've got the button there, so I mean, you don't, as a diatonic player, the slide and the button probably something that might sort of scare you a little bit at first, but I mean, the button raises the tone, raises it half a tone, so it's a this runs in the key of A. They come in all 12 keys, these harmonicas. The only thing is, because of the slider, they're a bit less airtight than a diatonic, and certainly down the low end you need to use a little bit more air because of the fact that alright, you've got a slider there which always means that you lose a little bit of air, especially on a sort of low end harmonica like this one is, although they've improved the quality, but because you haven't got any wind savers, because normally the wind savers compensate for the fact that you've got a slider, and without the slider you need a bit more air down the bottom end to play it. But generally speaking, it's a nice introduction to chromatic harmonicas for a diatonic player, and the price point is the thing that really will attract diatonic players, because this is the price of a reasonable diatonic harmonica. This one here cost me £56.88 sterling, and that's including the postage from China. So that's tremendous package there for the money that you're paying. Yeah, I've talked about the Easttop Forerunner 2 chromatic valveless harmonica in terms of diatonic, and played it a bit like that, but it's also quite a good chromatic harmonica as well. Comes in a nice little case, a little hard case there, within a little box there, and of course you get a little cloth with it as well, but it plays well as a chromatic. So I would suggest, if you're a diatonic player and you want to get into chromatic, but you want a bit of a crossover so you can still play in a bit of a diatonic style, I would suggest that you definitely consider the Easttop Forerunner 2.